Good day, Sir Delosa. Good day, classmates. I am Javelin Rumors from BSDN today, your reporter for today. This time, I will present to you the world's greatest economic power, the most populous country in the world, and also the fourth largest country in the world by total area. This country is no other than the country of USA. So this time, let's talk about the short history or background of the United States of America's flag. History of United States of America's flag. This is the official flag of USA. It consists of 13 equal horizontal stripes of red, alternating with white with a blue rectangle in the cannon, bearing 50 small, white, 5-pointed stars arranged in 9 offset horizontal rows, where rows of 6 stars alternate with rows of 5 stars. The 48 stars in the flag was in effect for 47 years until the 49th star version became official on July 4, 1959. The 50-star flag was ordered by then President Eisenhower on August 29, 1959, and was adopted in July 1960. The 50 stars in the flag represent the 50 states of the United States of America, and the 13 stripes represents the 13 British colonies that declared independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain and became the first states in the U.S. Nicknames for the flag include the Stars and Stripes, Old Glory, and the Star-Spangled Banner. The stripe is symbolic of the rays of light emanating from the sun and the stars representing each state of the Union. The star is a symbol of the heavens and the divine goal to which man has aspired from time immemorial. In terms of colors, red signifies hardiness and valor, white signifies purity and innocence, and blue signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice. The American flag has had many different looks over the last 240 plus years. Each time a new state was admitted into the Union, flag designers had to make appropriate adjustments. The current design of the U.S. flag is its 27th. The design of the flag has been modified officially 26 times since 1777. It is the longest used version of the U.S. flag and has been in use for over 61 years. Brief history or background of USA. The United States of America is a sovereign country that is split up into 50 states. It is commonly called the United States or America, and the fourth largest country in the world and area after Russia, Canada, and China. It is located in North America bordering Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, and the neighboring countries are Canada and Mexico. The national capital is Washington, which is coextensive with the District of Columbia. The federal capital regions created in 1790. The United States dollar is the official currency of the United States and its territories. The government system is a constitution-based federal republic with a strong democratic tradition. The chief of state and head of government is the president. The history of the United States began with the arrival of Native Americans in North America around 15,000 BC. Numerous indigenous cultures formed and many disappeared in 16th century. The arrival of Christopher Columbus in 1492 started the European colonization of the Americas. Most colonies were formed after 1600s, and the United States was the first nation whose most distant origins are fully recorded. By the 1760s, the 13 British colonies contained 2.5 million people and were established along the Atlantic coast east of the Appalachian Mountains. After defeating France, the British government imposed a series of taxes, including the Stamp Act of 1765, rejecting the colony's constitutional argument that new taxes needed their approval. Resistance to these taxes, especially the Boston Tea Party in 1773, led to Parliament issuing punitive laws designed to end self-government. Armed conflict began in Massachusetts in 1775. In 1776, in Philadelphia, the Second Continental Congress declared the independence of the colonies as the United States, led by General George Washington, and it won the Revolutionary War. The Peace Treaty of 1783 established the borders of the new nation. The Articles of Confederation established a central government, but it was ineffectual at providing stability as it could not collect taxes and had no executive officer. A convention wrote a new constitution that was adopted in 1789, and a Bill of Rights was added in 1791 to guarantee inalienable rights. With Washington as the first president and Alexander Hamilton his chief advisor, a strong central government was created. Purchase of the Louisiana Territory from France in 1803 doubled the size of the United States. The history of the United States has been an experiment in democracy for more than 200 years. Issues that were addressed in the early years continue to be addressed and resolved today. Big government versus small government, individual rights versus group rights, unfettered capitalism versus regulated commerce and labor, engagement with the world versus isolationism. The expectations for American democracy have always been high, and the reality has sometimes been disappointing. Yet the nation has grown and prospered through a continual process of adaptation and compromise. USA Facts and Figures. The government system is a constitution-based federal republic with a strong democratic tradition. The chief of state and head of government is the president. The United States has an area consist of 9,826,675 square kilometers. Its language used are English and Spanish, and its motto is In God We Trust. The largest city is New York City, and the national animal is bald eagle. The United States of America is the land of the free consists of 50 states. Over 333 million people reside in America, making it the third most populous country in the world, and also the fourth largest country in the world by total area. It is the world's greatest or largest economic power, measured in terms of gross domestic product, largest national military budget, largest arms supplying country, and most depleted revenue. It is also a home to many natural wonders, fourth longest river system in the world, home to some of the best musical artists of all time, and center of entertainment. Its geography is varied with mountains in the west, a broad central plain, and low mountain in the east. USA flagship carrier. The United States is notable for many things in aviation. However, the US does not have currently and likely will not have a flag carrier. For such a mature market, it may come as a surprise to many that the US does not have a flag carrier, but it is not very surprising given the developments in the US air market in the late 20th century. The US has some of the world's largest airlines, but it does not have an official or de facto flag carrier. There is no flag carrier in the United States because their airlines are based on the capitalism and they are all competing against each other for passengers. Most flag carriers of other nations are heavily subsidized by their parent country and represent the country across the world. Since the US opened up its air market for competition, the country has not been terribly fond of maintaining a flag carrier. Many airlines have definitely tried to take the mantle of being an American flag carrier. So today, the US has three major international airlines. These are American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and United Airlines. These three major international airlines have large domestic networks that help feed their international routes. On the domestic front, some of the largest airlines including Southwest, JetBlue, and Alaska. Rounding out the airlines are the low-cost airlines such as Spirit and Frontier. There are plenty of airlines around, and that competition is one reason why the US does not have a flag carrier. Prior to World War II, the US did have a national airline, Pan American, which tried to retain its position post-war. But the US government decided to deregulate airlines and opt for competitive private carriers instead. As a result, competition between airlines increased, fares dropped, and routes expanded. The US does fine without a flag carrier, and the deregulated aviation market in the US is not conducive to having a sole flag carrier. Instead of one flag carrier, all US carriers proudly fly the US flag at home and overseas, representing the diversity of airlines. For this reason, the US is unlikely to get a soul flag career now or in the future. The top tourist destination of United States of America. Let's go first to New York City. New York City is like no other city in the world and one that must be experienced to be fully appreciated. For first-time visitors, walking the streets can be like walking through a movie set, with famous sights at every turn, from the Times Square to Broadway and Statue of Liberty. Times Square, which is a major commercial intersection, tourist destination, entertainment center, and neighborhood in the Midtown Manhattan section of New York City, at the junction of Broadway and 7th Avenue. Broadway, which refers to the theatrical performances which are presented in the 41 professional theaters, each with 500 or more seats. The Statue of Liberty, which stands in the Upper New York Bay, a universal symbol of freedom, originally conceived as an emblem of the friendship between the people of France and the US, and a sign of their mutual desire for liberty. Over the years, the statue has become much more. It represents the United States itself. The charming and exquisite West Coast city is the perfect getaway destination for couples, singles, or families. Famous sights, charming streets, beautiful views, and outdoor dining are all part of what makes San Francisco such a great place to visit. Take a cruise on San Francisco Bay. Drive over the Golden Gate Bridge, the longest suspension bridge in the world. Waikiki is one of America's top beaching destinations with all the comforts of North America on a beautiful tropical island in the Pacific Ocean. Located in the Hawaiian island of Oahu, Waikiki is a suburb of Honolulu known for the beautiful golden sand beach that stretches along the oceanfront, backed by hotels and retail establishments. Walt Disney World Resort. It is a vacation wonderland in Orlando, Florida that includes 14 parks, 2 water parks, and over 20 resort hotels, plus world-class shopping, dining, entertainment, recreation, sports, and much more. Universal Studio Hollywood. It is another not-to-be-missed destination in Los Angeles and the largest studio in the world. USA gastronomy or famous foods. First is apple pie. As American as apple pie. So the saying goes. American apple pie is the classic American dessert. It is regularly used as a synonym for Americanism. Just the word apple pie conjure up images of white picket fences and good old-fashioned home cooking. There's also a reason why it's found on McDonald's menus across the world. While everyone claims to serve the best apple pie in America, there are plenty of experts who've been searching for the best apple pie who can help you find the cream of the crop. It goes without saying that apple pie is one of the most iconic American foods. Hamburgers. Now you might be surprised to learn that the American hamburger started out in Germany, where immigrants to the New World brought along with them the Hamburg steak. It was the Americans' idea, however, to put that steak in a bun and top it with cheese. Therefore, hamburgers are 100% an American invention, one which has been exported throughout the entire globe. A symbol of fast food and globalization of the rapidly changing 20th century. It's impossible to separate the hamburger from the growing influence of the USA. Some of the best burger chains in the US include Five Guys and In-N-Out Burger. So make sure you get your hands on one of these world-famous burgers for the real experience. Clam chowder. It originated on the east coast of America and is now enjoyed throughout the country as a hearty traditional meal. It is relatively unique to the USA since it isn't a recipe popular anywhere else in the world. So it is fair to say that clam chowder is as American as apple pie. Apparently most popular on Fridays when Catholics abstain from eating meat. Clam chowder is readily available in restaurants throughout the US. The two most well-known types of clam chowder are red and white, the main differences being whether they are made from tomatoes or milk. Buffalo chicken wings. Although created in the 1960s, these fried chicken wings dosed in a cayenne vinegar hot sauce are Viquitos bar snacks. Buffalo chicken wings was first served in the Encore Bar in Buffalo, New York, and are now one of the most popular bar foods. Fried chicken. It is another example of a food that wasn't necessarily invented in America, but boy did it take off in the States. Many people associate American Fried Chicken with the state of Kentucky due to the huge multinational success of KFC. Of course, countries all over the world have their own variants of fried chicken. In Africa and South Korea, there are long standing fried chicken traditions that predate KFC. But there is no doubt that fried chicken is firmly rooted in American history. And with an abundance of fried chicken restaurants dominating the US food market, it's impossible to not include it on the list of top American foods. So those are the facts or informations that we need to know and discover about United States of America. I hope you learn a lot and get in knowledge about USA. Keep safe everyone and thank you for watching.